because we gave her a cute little daisy to go into her hair. It's attached permanently. So the dolls I make, like this, are meant to be for anxiety or things like that. Comfort, you know. Speaking of personal life experience. That's my notification. All right. Letting me know that we are live. Okay, so I'm going to come over. I'm using a brother sewing machine. It has basically your basic sewing options. So it's nothing super fancy. The sewing I do, I don't need like one of those really big, super big, fancy machines. Something that just gets the job done. All right, so I've already pre-cut all the pieces that I'm using. So if you remember, this is our fabric. Okay, here we go. So that's how this looks at the moment. But before I get started, I need to take the raw edge, fold it down, and I'm going to sew it. Oh, reminds me, tomorrow night I will be going live. This will be a collaboration video where I will have to show face. Me and these Cabby Styles and Toys will be going live for you tomorrow night. All right, get this setting done. All right, let's start sewing. Okay, that's a little too much. Okay, so that would be 6 p.m. tomorrow evening, Eastern Standard Time. So just giving you a heads up, but yes, this is going to be the front of Daisy's dress. And let me see. I'm going to do this for edging with a zigzag type pattern. Um, all right. So I'm going to make that tight, but also change this setting. There we go to number 3. All right. Tighten that up some more. A little more. Okay. So it's going to be a cute and simple dress, but it's not going to be too simple. I am going to do some ruffles. We're giving her a country peasant girl style dress. Okay. All right, now for the other side. And this is not actually a pattern. I just made it up in my head and it just popped out. Hope you don't mind. I listen to the little voices. I'm just kidding. I don't hear voices in my head. I just said that to be funny. So I do hope you get my sense of humor. Some people don't. A lot of people don't. Some people do. So it is what it is. Okay. All right. So now that that's done, all right. So this is going to be the top part of the dress. And I'm going to fold this down. Now you know why I needed the gooseneck. See, with the gooseneck, I can rearrange my camera in all different ways to capture different angles and to show you my sewing. Okay, I'm not going to do that. All right, go back up here to a 2. Doing a straight stitch. Perfect. Now for the other side. will show you a sneak peek real quick in a moment. Some of the dolls I'm going to be listing on eBay. That includes my Disney shop, DisneyStore.com exclusive collector 16-inch editions of Anna and Elsa. Because I got two of each. Alright, now that that part's done, now I'm going to work on this part. This is going to be the lower part of her skirt. Well, dress, because it's going to be one piece. Wait, how did I do that? Oh, this is not folded. Is it folded? No. Okay. One moment. Now I'm sewing. The dress will be sewn onto the doll. Okay, looking at the what extra I have. Alright, so now I'm going to apply this. I'm going to do some gathering. Again, it's a, like little country, shabby chic, peasant style dress. What I call cute and simple. But also not so simple. Alright, there. Okay, now that that's done, I'm going to trim this off real quick. Wait, I need some lotion. I'm washing doing laundry. Scissors. Okay. Now we're gonna back on the 2 setting. So I closed up the raw edges back. All right, there we go. So I sew normal stitch, then I do the zig, I close it. So this way there are no raw edges or anything like that. This way Daisy's cute little sundress. You can see how it looks now. Now I'm going to sew across here, but I think I'm going to add a little ribbon with this. You know, it's kind of what, like I said, basic but not basic at the same time. And we're going to have, let me see. Yeah, that's going to look really cute. This ribbon's going to be pretty. And so I'm making sure I got plenty of extra so I can do a bow with it when I'm done as well. Okay, there we go. Now I'm going to figure this out, measure it. I know I probably need to close my laundry closet door because it's definitely going on the sea. Okay, get that properly placed right about here. Right there. Yeah, that looks good. Now, little Miss Daisy here, she is just full of sunshine. All right, so now we have a little ribbon sewn on here. I like the stitch. I like it where you can see the stitch. See the stitching? I don't know. I just like that. It shows you that it was not done in a factory. It shows you that this was done home. It's homemade. If I could just stop hitting. Okay. So now this part of Daisy's dress, this part is done. Now I'm going to add more ruffles here at the bottom of Daisy's dress. Now, there are different styles to do different ruffles. It really depends on what you want to do. And this is what I already have pre-cut. But I have to sew one of the edges down so this way it won't be left out raw. Or I could just simply do that little stitch like around her arms. This type of stitch. This way it gives it not the most perfect look, but it will look cute. And because Daisy, my dolls that I'm working on with that pattern, they have a homey look to them. That's supposed to, you know, be like a comfort type doll and, you know, that homey look. So, put this on the 3 and we're going to do the zigzag. My thread broke loose. Well, it happens. My washing machine, my clothes are fighting, so they do that every now and then. All right. My bangs. Go in the hole. All right. Okay. Where are we? Right here. Okay. Move all of these little scraps. All right, so let me see. extra. And this is going to be Daisy's dress. So she will have ruffles around the bottom, very whimsical. Yeah, this is cute. Alright, so now I have to sew top part of Daisy's dress where it really gets anchored down. Okay, so this is where her arm is going to come in at. Now the other side. My hand keeps hitting the nozzle, which means I probably need to come back from it. All right. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. So now I'm going to change position of my camera. Bring it up, back, about like that. Okay. So put that off. I'm going to push my sewing machine back. So here is Daisy's dress. So her arms going through here. It's gathered. Whimsical, very whimsical. Little double ruffles up through here and through here. And we have the ribbon. So now we're going to put her dress on. So in case you don't know, this is Daisy. Okay. And I'm going to hand sew the dress in the back where it will go onto Daisy. Okay. Alright, so that fits. Pull that on up. There we go. Now Daisy's dress will fit her. Let's do the sliding. So she has very soft, light yellow hair. And it goes with her dress. Okay, so here we get to do a beautiful blue bow. And now I'm going to get my needle and thread. I'm going to fold this over like that. And I'm also going to take and fold this over like this. And I'm going to hand stitch her dress closed. I could do Velcro or something like that, but I'm just going to make it where to fit her. That's why she looks cute. me get my needle. There we go. Alright, start from inside. Double knot. Okay. And another double knot. Alright, done. Okay, Daisy's head wants to get caught up in the stitching. So it makes an invisible stitch where you don't see the stitch. That's why they call it invisible. Again, this is what I was doing before I started my YouTube channel. I was making homemade dolls. And I used to call them mountain angels, even though I did not live in the mountains. But that was my dream, and I did that. I lived in the mountains. I lived up on a witch mountain, and I have no intentions of ever, ever, ever going back there again. Personal reasons. All right, there we go. Okay. There. Okay. So now I'm going to take this, do it like the way, let me cut out that little thread. Okay, I think my washing machine is about done. Today's a laundry day. It's Thursday. Okay, so the way this is made, I'm going to go around like this. Take it around to the front. Okay. Alright, push that back. Pull the dress down some. Okay. And we're going to give her a cute little bow right about there. I'm going to take this and tie it. Okay, there. Now, something else she needs is, there. Okay, let me see. I will be doing other kinds. Now, with this doll, she's kind of like a sample. I am going to play around with things. I do have these micron extra fine pins. These are made for fabric. And I have not used this on her. This is hand painted. And I will be making changes and adjustments as I go along. So as you can see, these here are made for fabric. They're waterproof, chemical and fade resistant. It's blade free, quick drying. So yeah, it's kind of like paint in a way, but it's waterproof and all of that. So it doesn't fade or anything. It's perfect. So when I start doing details with the next dolls, giving you a sneak peek here, I would be using those pens mixed with colored pencils and paint. But as I progress, I will also be doing some hand stitch details with eyes. So the eyes will be smaller and things like that. Trying to get her at a better angle. So there, we finished her dress, and I need to go back. I need to take my camera back. There. So there's Daisy with her dress. She's got cute little bows, and she has a nice little daisy in her hair. This is made of resin, and it's permanently bonded onto the doll. And the doll herself is made of 100% cotton. So, yeah. All right. Now, my next ones will be have different type of hair colors. We are going to have Happy Blush, which will be this hair color. I call this hair color Happy Blush. And we're going to have Calm Breeze. So this is what I call Calm Breeze. That is a different hair color. So I will be playing around with different hair colors and things like that. I'll continue with this sewing journey chapter in my life. All right, what else? I think that's it. We have got Daisy's dress made, and I'm happy with how she looks. She turned out, and she's complete. So yeah, here's the back of her dress. Again, you can see the ruffle. It's a cute little. It's very homey type doll and dress. The way she's done and designed. Okay. And then you remember the details. The video is up. Cutting, sewing, making the actual doll, hand painting the doll, and doing her hair, and then finally giving her a nice, cute little dress. Nice sundress. Now everything is 100% cotton. The doll is made of 100% cotton fabric with a thicker, it's like a medium grade. Also, the doll's dress, all of this is also 100% cotton, except for the bows. And it's just double face satin ribbon. All right. Let me undo this, come in closer, bring my lighting down so we can see Miss Daisy. Yeah. So you can see the stitching, her cute dress, the words gathered and ruffled here. Yeah, this is cute. I don't know why, the camera never really picks up the full detail. Okay, I think she's around 21 inches tall, but she's a petite, like, I figured if she was going to be tall, then she'd be a petite tall, where she's big enough to really enjoy, but yet she's not too big where there's no space for her. So she can fit in the most elaborate doll collector's home or something like that. She can just fit anywhere because, she's tall, but she's made to be slender, where she can fit in the hands very easily, all size hands, without being bulky or too thick. All right. So again, these two colors, these will be my next doll color. This will be one doll's hair color. This will be another. This is my fabric that I use to make the doll. And again, you'll get to see some interesting work as I work with these paint pens. All right. Oh, by the way, I will be listing these, my dolls right there on my collection. I will be listing those on eBay. As you can see, they've never been opened and they're put away. So I'll probably start doing that. I'm also going to list some of my Cabbage Patch Kids as well. All right. Thank you for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day.